Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Kerrville Weekly News Roundup, hosted by the Texas Hill Country Podcast Network. Your host, Andrew Gay and Tom Fox, here in the studio today. And as always, Tom, you want to do the honors and run down your top news picks for the week?
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. I picked three, one from Kerr County, one from Kerrville, and one, I guess you'd call it Ingram. But Kerr County, the ongoing debate on whether Kerr County should be a part of 391 Commission continued. Fairly contentious Kerr County Commissioners Court meeting. Rich Pace is leading the charge for the 391 Commission. Said that we need one, we want one. It's legally okay, although I don't know any lawyer who could come down here and talk about that. The county judge Moore, he questioned the need for the commission and questioned what liability, if any, it would put on Kerr County. And frankly, Andrew, why Kerr County would want to pair with Kendall County to talk about investments and growth in Kerr County. And what Commissioner Pace seems not to understand is if we do pair with Kendall County, number one, it's going to have no effect on the state of Texas because what they're trying to do is stop a lithium battery facility being built in Kerr County, and Kendall County's got nothing to do with that. And even if Kerr County and Kendall County go to the state of Texas, guess what? It's official policy of ERCOT to have lithium battery storage facilities as a part of our overall energy solution. It's not silver bullet. It's not the be all end all, but it can provide up to 1 day of energy services. Everything else gets knocked out. So it's a valid part of your total energy servicing plan. And the commission that they're trying to form with Kendall County, I think it's just a big waste of time because Paces and his group basically want no growth in Kerr County. If we have no growth, we'll all eventually die and be dust in the wind. A little bit lighter note, the Hill Country Arts Foundation is having a pastel workshop led by Doug Dawson. He's a award-winning pastel artist. I believe he's in the Pastel Artist Hall of Fame, and he's going to come down over to the Hill Country Arts Foundation in Ingram, where Stonehenge is, for those not in the know, and do a one-day workshop in early November. So you can check that out. And finally, kudos to Kerr County, Andrew, for winning not one but two awards given out. Let me see if I can get this right, by the International Festival and Event Foundation. Awarded Kerrville Parks and Recreations 2 awards for its promotion of the Eclipse: gold for best commemorative poster and silver for best new event. Now, I don't know how you have a new event when it's once every 24 years, but maybe you just don't have a return event. But the poster was cool, and we have one at home. Kudos to Kerr County. That's a huge award to be recognized internationally. And I'll just shout out to our podcast on The Eclipse Comes to Kerrville, which was a gold winning award in the science category from the Communicators Awards. What do you got for us, Andrew?
Yeah, thanks, Tom. I got two mentions for us, just quick stories. Last night was the annual Chamber of Commerce, Kerrville Area Chamber of Commerce annual awards banquet, and I attended along with my wife and a bunch of other people that I know. It was an honor to be there. I actually received an award myself, but it's always a great reminder of some of the great people that we have here in the community and just how wonderful our community, our business community really is here and what the chamber really does for us. That was fantastic. One of the highlights for me was the award that won Business of the Year was a company called Barbecue Texas. And it's started by Abram Boucher and Kyle Bond right here in Kerrville. Them and their families have been here for many years. They're big into barbecue and chili cook-off in that scene and in that community. So they started their own seasoning basically, and now it has other culinary offerings and products that they have, but they won Business of the Year. So it was really nice to be there and see that. So shout out to them doing cool things right here in our backyard in Kerr County. So that was one mention. Number two is this weekend, you and I both will be attending tomorrow at 11 a.m. On behalf of the Hill Country Youth Orchestras here in Kerrville at the Museum of Western Art, the High Tea event. It is a fundraiser for the Hill Country Youth Orchestras. And do you want to say maybe a couple words about the Hill Country Youth Orchestra or how you maybe got connected to that? Because we're going. This is the second year in a row that you and your wife have invited us. So we're happy
Sure. The Hill Country Youth Orchestras provide orchestra training for exactly that, youth in the Hill Country, Kerrville, Bernie, and Fredericksburg, starting at age 5. And they put on free training and clinics for children literally 5 to 17. And they have orchestras at the kindergarten and first grade and second grade level, up to middle school and in high school. Many of the students who go through the program become music professionals, either teachers or professional musicians, but they're able to take this with them forever. And the Hill Country Youth Orchestra provides violins or other instruments. They provide all the training. They put on concerts throughout the year, and it's really a great organization to help children learn about orchestras, learn about symphonies, but not just sort of the history and the music. They actually play it. So if you have the chance, drop by. I think we still have a few tickets available. Andrew, there's a couple of other things I'd like to highlight this weekend. And the chills and thrills part of the weekend, it's the last weekend for a nightfall with Edgar Allan Poe, which is playing at the Hill Country Arts Foundation Point Theater. At the Caillou Theater, we have The Importance of Being Earnest. It's the last weekend of that. And then, most interestingly, in Fredericksburg, it's a gender-defying trio of called Take 3, which plays symphonic music as well as rock and roll with symphonic instruments. So I'm really intrigued by that. That's Sunday. It's at First United Methodist Church in Fredericksburg, and that one is free. So there's really a lot going on in Kerrville. It's listed in the Kerrville Daily Times. The Lead has a fabulous list of things you can do in Kerrville, as well as the Fredericksburg paper. If you want something to do this weekend, it is perfect weather, and get outside and enjoy the weather and do something.
Amen to that. What a wonderful way to end this episode. Okay, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. We will catch you next time. Have a great weekend.